here among the cats.
Whether it's trading or anything else, I guarantee you, look around people in your life who are successful. And the one thing I'm sure of is they love what they're doing. It's true of trading, it's true of anything. And unless you have that love and passion, you're not going to be successful, and it's essential to be successful. So I finish off with the last story, which is just a personal thing, which I've given this talk. I really have given this talk a lot of times. I used to give talks on lots of different stuff, even fundamental analysis at one point, and certainly a lot of stuff in technical analysis and computer trading and all that stuff. But basically now, almost all the time, I'm giving talks on market wizards and this particular theme we just discussed. And there's a story which I like to talk about, which is about an economist who is in a similar situation as I am, and he's being driven to give a talk to an international audience, and he's being driven by a chauffeur, and he's in the back of the car, and he kind of sits there and he moans, and the chauffeur asks him, "Sir, what's wrong?" And the economist said, "Oh, I can't stand to give this talk again. I must have given this talk 200 times. I'm just bored to death of it." And the chauffeur says, "You know what? No problem, boss. I'll give the talk for you." And the economist says, "Well, how could you give this talk? This is a highly technical, sophisticated talk, and the audience is filled with all these PhD economists." He says, "Boss, I've heard you give this talk 200 times. I know it word for word. Trust me." And he figures, what do I got to lose? So he puts on the chauffeur's uniform. The chauffeur puts on his suit. The chauffeur gets up in front of this audience of economists, and he gives the talk for an hour. He delivers it perfectly. But then he gets carried away. And he finishes his talk, and he says, "Any questions?" And he gets a question, and he actually manages, and he gets another question, he does okay. Then he gets a question, and the fellow, "I was very intrigued about your theory of synthesizing classical Keynesianism with monetaristic theory. My question is this: if you put it into the standard econometric framework, do you treat the monetary variables as exogenous or endogenous to the model?" The chauffeur scratches his head, and he says, "I've given this talk 200 times, and that has got to be the single stupidest, dumbest, most ridiculous question I've ever heard. In fact, it is so dumb, I'm glad my chauffeur answered."
Here among the cats.